Hello, everybody, and as always, thank you for tuning in to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We are live here at the OU Credit Union Arena for round one of the Barbasol Horizon League tournament. Oakland, number 4, taking on the number 7 Northern Kentucky Norse. I am Gavin Smilowski, your play-by-play for today, and to my left is our color commentator, Maryanne Sanford. Maryanne, how are we doing today?
Pretty great. You know, the crowd is really hyped for this first game of the Horizon League tournament. The Golden Grizzlies are looking at some pretty good odds after they beat NKU both times in the regular season, beating them 76-65 in the most recent matchup in early February. The Grizzlies are currently coming off of a low note after falling to Detroit Mercy on the blacktop last Saturday for senior night, but they could absolutely pull off a win here tonight with assets like Brody Robinson, who was named first-team All-League thanks to his averages of 17 points per game and 6.8 assists per game, where he ranks in the top 25 nationally in that category, showing how well he knows where and when to place the ball. And then obviously we've got the iconic Baru as an asset after he was just put in third-team All-League. But, you know, NKU also has some pretty great assets, such as Donovan O'Day, who was named second-team All-League honors, and Tay Dozier, who was put on the All-Defense team. And now NKU is a very tall team and has the best defense in the Horizon League. And they've only got one guy under 6 foot, so in order to pull a win here tonight, the Grizzlies have to make sure that they are getting to the net and getting those rebounds. And they got to make sure that they're watching out for players like Donovan O'Day and playing that defense, as he averages 18.7 points per game. And, you know, you got to be careful to not follow on him and put him on that free throw line, because for free throw shots, he's got an 81.7 free throw percentage. And then most of all, the Golden Grizzlies have to make sure that they don't get caught up in the moment, and they remember to take things slow when they need to and make smart moves to set something up.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly. The biggest thing here is going to be that defensive battle for NKU. OU's a team that has been consistently struggling with rebounding. That was one of the reasons that they went down against Detroit Mercy, was there were so many offensive boards. They kept plays alive, despite the fact that Oakland was able to, hunker down, despite not being one of the better defensive teams in the league. They were able to hunker down in that half-court defense, but unfortunately, they were getting beat to the ball. It just seems like Detroit was just hustling more, and I think that's something that's going to be a primary contender today. You know, you've got a lot of games, all the other games going across the league today. Youngstown State's taking on Robert Morris, Cleveland State and Wright State, and Milwaukee and Detroit Mercy. This game sets up the next round of the Horizon League tournament, which will be down in Indianapolis. Oakland hoping to maybe take this game, and then an upset could push them into that Monday game. If not, we may see them again at 3:30 on Sunday. Tip-off is on the way here at the Blacktop, and it goes OU's direction, taken back by Brody Robinson. Robinson swings it over to Wells. Down low, Hogue now. He's double-teamed. Tosses it into the corner. Robinson, full swing back up top, refeeding Nevalarua in the corner. Again, OU kind of using that three-point line, moving around it. They're going to find Brody open up top, finding Wells open from the elbow. That one's off target. Rebounded by Garrett.
Garrett with the rebound. Like I said before, they have to get close to that net and get the rebounds here in this game.
And a big dunk by Baru. Hopefully that ignites the crowd. OU's fans showing up despite it being spring break here in Rochester. The crowd loud on that play. It's a good way to start the night. And down into the corner now is Robinson. He gives it up back up top. Dozier lets one go. That one's off target. He beat OU bad last time, knocked down a bunch from three. He was one of the primary contributors back on the blacktop. Over in the corner now, Wells has it. Moves up top just beyond the Belfour logo. Swings it back over to Nevalarua. Baru, that pass nearly tipped out of bounds. Good read there by O'Day. It'll remain with Oakland in front of the scorers table. The fast hands is something that we've typically seen from NKU, and that's one of the primary contributors to their defense. Into the corner now. That pass nearly given up, somehow ends up in the hands of Garrett. I'm not sure, but that one's going to go down for two. O'Day has it now, picked up by Garrett at the Grizzly logo. Tosses it over to Dozier, refeeding O'Day up top. Elliott with it now. Oakland keeping him just beyond the three-point arc. Inside pass now ends up in the hands of Wells. I'm sorry, that shot On target there from a cutting O'Day.
Basket by Ethan Elliott.
Up top now, Zaire Wells for OU. He'll toss it over to Robinson. High screen set by Garrett. Robinson uses it, lets one go from deep. That one rattles out. Good offensive board and good putback by Garrett.
Great way for Isaac Garrett to be there at the net. He's going to take it a 6-2, 17:47 left to go in this first half.
Cutting drive. That dunk is on target. Great play there between Dozier and Wells. Baseline cut, feeding the cutter for an easy 2. Up top now, Wells. He'll be guarded by Elliott. High screen again by Garrett. He rolls. Wells hands it off to Robinson. Comes up around the top. Nearly loses his dribble. Finds Hogue. Hogue looks to cut. Shoulder down. Up with the right hand. That's great defense down low for NKU.
Again, this Golden Grizzlies offense is going to have to find their way around this very heavy defense that NKU plays.
Into the corner. O'Day's open. Lets one go. And that one's on target. He's one of the top scorers here, not only on NKU, but also in the Horizon League.
That shot will take the score to 6-7. NKU in the lead with 17 minutes left to go in the first half.
Robinson, he goes one-on-one with Elliott, finds some space, lets one go. That one's off target, and it'll be a rebound by NKU after the ball shakes around a little bit. In transition now, O'Day with it. He goes 1-on-2, slows it up, tosses it back up top. This is Cale Robinson with it. He drives, has a little bit of space, floater just off target, rebounded by Hogue. Brody Robinson heads the other direction. Picked up by Elliott, just beyond the three-point arc. Tosses it over to Wells. Refeeding Robinson back up top. Swings it down to the elbow. Garrett now. Garrett, he's matched up with Wells. He looks to attack. Tosses into the corner. Robinson's left open, lets one go. That one's on target.
Amazing shot there by Brody Robinson.
And in transition automatically is O'Day. He likes to push this offense for NKU. An offense that's tended to struggle throughout the year. They really do make up for it on their defense. And that's going to be the shots off target, but free throws on the way for O'Day. In transition, Oakland just needs to step back and, settle into that defense a little bit quicker. They've been beat a few times now on the way to the rim. That first free throw is off target. Full line or large line change here for OU. White and Warren Marshall both coming in, giving Hogue and Garrett a quick break. That second free throw is on target. And NKU will sub in Dan Goretzger. And O'Day will get a break. And then Donovan Rakatanarahani checks in as well for NKU. That ball's taken off the inbounds. Three is open in the corner off the front of the rim. And that one's gonna roll out of bounds and take us to immediate timeout. Score 9-8, a bit of a slow start with 4 minutes past here on the blacktop. OU with the lead. You're listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube, and we'll be right back with you. Hello everyone and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. As OU continues here in round one, we'll give you a quick heads up of scores around the Horizon League tournament. Youngstown State up 4-1 on Robert Morris. Wright State up 6-3. And Detroit Mercy is up 6-5. A couple of games that could benefit OU down the stretch if they're able to convert today. It'll be Oakland in their own half of the court. Wells crosses the half-court line. He's going to be picked up top. Tosses it over to Robinson. Goresger is the defender. Tosses it over to White. Refeeding Robinson up top. Looks to find his own space. White has a little bit of room, and he's going to draw the blocking foul there. Good play. But, I mean, to be honest, you gotta guard him tight because White has had a great past couple of games. You know, he had a great three-point shooting performance. He's been playing very well, hustling defensively. He had a game where he had about 4 blocks and 5 steals. And despite battling a knee injury, he continues to play for Oakland. Ball now up top. Robinson has some space, lets one go. And you can't give him an inch of room because he's going to knock it down.
Absolutely. Brody's going to take the score 12-8, 15 minutes left to go in this first half.
Into the corner now. This is Dozier, gives it up. Goretzker, refeeding Dozier in the corner, lets one go. That one's on target. Brody Robinson heads the other way. Gives it up to Wells, back up to Robinson. He's gonna be picked up by Goresger at the Grizzly logo. Looks to cut. And that's not a good pass. Good defense there by Wright State. Heading in transition, the 3-on-3. Goresger's open, lets one go from way downtown. And he's met at the peak. Good defense there by White, but an offensive board by NKU keeps it alive for the Norse. Into the corner now. Wells looks to drive up with the right hand. That one's off the glass and good for 2.
That'll give NKU the lead once again with 14-15 left to go in the first half.
Robinson now up top, picked up by Elliott. And this NKU defense is guarding the interior very tight. That has been a lot of points come from OU down low. They find Nivalarua, he battles through, but even a tough defense can struggle to guard a guy like that. Great offense there for Baru. Dozier down to Wells, cutting is Goresger. He's got it, refines Dozier. That one's off the front of the rim, and a great rebound there by the Grizzlies. Moving the other way, Wells looks to cut up. That one's off target. Great offensive putback board. And a great start on the glass for Oakland.
Again, those rebounds is what's going to be able to give the Golden Grizzlies the win here today.
That shot's off target. Getting a little bit of a bailout play there because Dozier was on target. Driving as Wells. He's going to get caught up on the way. Accidental trip from Donovan. And Wells hits the floor hard. Quick substitutions here for OU returning starters. Garrett and Hogue. And for NKU, we'll see O'Day return.
In for the Norse, number 1, Ryan Tolliver as a great.
Tolliver will also come on for NKU. Up top now, White with it. He'll be picked up by Goresger. Finds Robinson. Looks for some space, uses the Hogue screen, flips it back over to White, refeeding Robinson now. Now uses the Garrett screen on the roll. He elects to keep it himself, switches hands in the air, but that shot's off target. Good defense there by NKU, and in transition, the Norse already moving it. Goresger, a couple of fakes. He has easy room. That one's up and under off the glass for 2. That's just too easy. Tosses it over to White, lets one go. That one's off the heel. And a great rebound there by Marshall, but they're going to call an offensive foul, I believe. That's going to go on Hogue. Takes away the rebound from Marshall and returns the ball to the Norse out in front of their own bench.
That was one of those plays where, Brett White, he had a great game from the three-point line against Detroit Mercy, but in this game today, he has to take that time to set up a play instead of just taking those careless shots from out that far.
Into the corner now. Goresger finds O'Day, lets one go. That one's off target, rattles out. Great rebound there by Robinson. He's triple teamed in transition. White now with it, refeeding Robinson up by the Grizzly logo. Tosses it over to Marshall. Robinson now. And OU just swinging it along the arc, trying to find a little bit of space. Into the corner now, Marshall's open. Great block there, O'Day able to read that one. NKU pushes it in transition, the 3-on-4. Slowing it up, back up top is Wells. Goretzka refeeds Wells up top, he's left open. That one's just off target. And a good rebound there by NKU. Lets it go right off the pass, and that's another 3 down. And NKU is starting to let them go from downtown. They're 3 for 8 tonight.
They're going to take the score to 18-16, 11:36 left to go in the half.
Robinson now up top. Tosses it over to White. Robinson guarded closely by O'Day. High screen set by Garrett. Robinson denies the screen, takes it back up top. He's guarded very closely by Goretzka, a little bit too close. And they're gonna draw the foul, and that'll take us to our second media timeout. Score 18-16, the 2-point lead for the Norse with 12 to go here in the first half. Oakland versus NKU round 1 Horizon League matchup. You are listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube, and we'll be back with you shortly. Hello everyone and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We are live here from the OU Credit Union Arena for round number 1 of the Horizon League Barbasol Tournament. Oakland taking on NKU, the 4 versus the 7. NKU with the 2-point lead out of the second media timeout. Make that a tie ball game. Beautiful play down low for IG.
He's going to tie up the game at 18 with 11 minutes left to go in this first half.
Up top now, O'Day finds Goretzka. Into the corner, Dozier with it. Picked up by Baru. He's going to swing it back up top to O'Day. Thurman checking in for OU, the primary defender. I mean, I don't really know how you're supposed to stop that. O'Day is just bigger than you. What a play down low. 2 more points for NKU. Up top, Thurman. Playing PG1 now off the bench for Oakland. Got a lot more playing time recently in the second half of the season. Into the corner, Nevalarua lets one go. Not really the guy you want on the end of a 3-point play, and that one's off target, rebounded by the Norse. In transition now, Cale Robinson lets one go. That's a guy I'd be okay with having on the end of a 3-point play. Knocks it down straight on. 23-18 is now the lead, 5 for NKU. And Oakland, one of the biggest issues they've had so far this season is trying to not go down by too much too early. They've had slow starts, and today was looking like it wasn't going to be one of those. But NKU starting to make some space. Thurman will cut to the rim. Great play by the Grizzlies for 2 more. O'Day now in transition. That's a travel. You cannot do that. And Oakland will retain possession out in front of their bench.
And you can do that.
It'll be OU basketball now. Up top, Thurman. Robinson will remain out there with him. Oakland sends Robinson, Thurman, Wells, Baru, and Isaac Garrett. Thurman up top. He'll direct traffic, guarded by O'Day at the Belfour logo. Uses the Garrett screen on the roll, gives it up to Robinson's foot. And I mean, it's kind of hard to catch with your feet. And we're gonna lose that one on the way to the rim now. In transition, NKU has it. Open is O'Day. That one just off target. Great rebound by Oakland. Oakland pushing the 3-on-2 now. Robinson has some space. Lets one go from way downtown. That one's off target. And another rebound by NKU.
Again, they have to slow it down in times like these and get something set up.
And that pass is off target. And on the missed dunk attempt, you know, NKU just retaining their own possession. Stat padding at that point, a couple of offensive boards. Will end up in another 2 points for them. That one's gonna belong to Cale Robinson. Once again, he's got 5. OU with it now, Thurman. In front of the NKU bench, he's picked up by Elliott. Picks up his dribble up top, tosses it over to Garrett. Refinding Wells from another zip code. That one's off target, off the back of the rim, and heading the other direction already is NKU. O'Day running the ball per usual. Nice pass, that one's off target. In transition, Baru throws one down. Don't get in his way on the way to the rim.
A great Baru dunk to get the energy up in the arena.
And just getting back on defense. Good transition play there by Thurman, because Oakland seemed to be pretty okay with an open Cale Robinson shot underneath. But it's deflected by Coy Thurman, and he'll take a quick seat on the bench. OU will return Michael Hogue, and it'll be NKU ball out underneath the basket. Goretzker with it. He'll toss it into Wells. Wells one-on-one with Hogue. Barely gets that pass off. Elliott with it. Into the corner. Goretzker is open. Got to defend that guy. That one's off target. Good rebound there by Oakland, heading the other direction. Robinson with it. One-on-one with Cale Robinson. Tosses it down low. This is Hogue's matchup one-on-one. That shot's off target, though. Great defense again by NKU. That shot deflected. Hogue and the Golden Grizzlies just not taking advantage of that interior offense. Driving to the rim is Elliott. Picks up his dribble. Finding Cale Robinson back up top. This is Goretzker refeeding Elliott, who's open. Lets one go. That one's off the heel. Great rebound there by White.
Now Oakland has to set something up instead of just taking those 3-point shots. I mean, we're 2 for 9 from the 3-point line right now, so we got to make sure we take it slow and get it going.
Robinson up top, guarded by Goretzker. Looks to give it up to Wells. Robinson guarding him. Down low, this is Baru one-on-one. And, I mean, a mismatch that he typically takes advantage of. That shot's off target. Elliott not slowing down the offense, and they're definitely going to get a foul in transition. And unfortunately, that's going to go on Michael Hogue again. That'll be his second. And that's going to take us to another media timeout. Score 25-22, the 3-point lead for the Norse. 7:04 to go here in the first half. You're listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube, and we'll be back with you shortly. Hello everyone and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. Live from the blacktop, it'll be NKU ball, the 7 seed, taking on Oakland University, the 4 in the first round of the Horizon League matchup here at home. NKU has it. They're gonna feed it down low. This is Wells, looks to go one-on-one with Garrett and wins that matchup and knocks down 2 more for NKU. Wells now with it. Tosses it down low, Hogue refeeds Wells up top. He'll be picked up by Dozier. Wells finds Robinson. Robinson looks for some space, had it, but loses his handle. Finds Wells, he's open. That's usually a shot he makes. That one's off target. Good offensive rebound by Garrett. Brody Robinson tosses it out to White, who lets one go. That one's on target. Brett White from 3.
Great read there by Brett White to take the score to 25-27 with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in this first half.
And that's going to snap a 2-minute scoring drought for Oakland. Ball back up top. Dozier, quick feed here by NKU. They're going to find Donovan. Back up top now, Dozier. Tosses it down low to Wells. Finds an open Dozier for the dunk. And Oakland's interior defense is just not there. And we got a press coming out of this play by NKU. Looking to try to switch the pace early. 29-25, the 4-point lead. That ball rolls out of bounds. It'll stay with Oakland out in front of the scorer's table.
Returning to the Norse, number 8, Donovan
O'Day will return for NKU. Robinson with it, finds some space, beautiful separation. I mean, that's unguardable. There's just not much you can do if you're Donovan O'Day.
Absolutely. I mean, he's going to take the score to 28-29, 5:25 left to go in this first half.
Wells now, he'll be double teamed down low, forced to give it up. Goretzka looks to drive. Elliott lets one go from the corner. That one rattles out. Good defensive rebound by Garrett. Oakland in transition all the way into the corner. White, he'll give that shot up. Hit that one from last time right there. Robinson now up top, receives the play call from Campy. Campy has been known to allow this team this year to run more of a free-flowing offense, but when he tends to run design plays, they seem to work better. That shot is off the heel, rebounded by Oakland. Robinson now has it. He'll toss it over to Wells. Resetting back up top, Robinson. Wells again, picked up by Donovan, gives it up. Zaire Wells looks to drive, and that's definitely going to be a travel. Headed the other direction, a broken play there by the Grizzlies. And for OU, once again hitting the bench will be Michael Hogue. Robinson also takes a break with Wells. Zaire Wells. Oakland now sending out Baru, Thurman, and Warren Marshall. And for NKU, Robinson will return to the floor along with Tolliver. Elliott now gives it up to Goretzka. Picked up by Thurman. Refeeding Elliott up top. O'Day now, he looks to drive, cuts through the paint, tosses it across the lane. Open from the other side is Robinson. That one's off target. They're going to call that one on the floor on Warren Marshall. That's going to be the 4th team foul here for OU with 4:18 to go. So staying away from that bonus, that's something that we noticed in that last game. Oakland was able to draw a lot of fouls early against Detroit Mercy and it helped them stay in it with the free throws. But unfortunately, Detroit kind of switched that narrative in the second half, doing the same thing. But today it's been a fairly calm game from fouls on each direction. Robinson fully contested. Can't believe we took that. A lot of confidence. That one's off target. Good rebound by Baru. Thurman now in transition. He leads the pack. And that one's swatted away. Great defense there by Cale Robinson, making up for the 3 on the last play. This will be NKU now. Elliott resets up top, tosses it over to Tolliver. Refeeding Elliott. That ball's deflected, but still hands up in the hands of Cale Robinson, and it's nearly taken away by Baru. That one will slip out of bounds and will return to Oakland. That one's going to take us to immediate timeout.
Looking around the Horizon League on the women's side, We've got Oakland facing off against Cleveland State, currently 21-13 with Oakland in the lead with 7 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Then you've got Wright State and Youngstown with Wright State taking the lead 25-22, 6:12 left to go in that second quarter. Robert Morris and Purdue Fort Wayne. Robert Morris actually Purdue Fort Wayne in the lead with 17. And then 8:13 left to go in that second quarter. And then you've got IU Indy and Northern Kentucky facing off with Northern Kentucky in the lead with 23-19, 5:47 left to go in that second quarter.
Yes, thank you, Maryanne. That's going to take us to a quick break here on WXOU Sports on YouTube. We'll be right back with you guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We are live here from the Blacktop for round one of the Barbasol Horizon League tournament on the way to March Madness. 29-28 is the lead for number 7 NKU over number 4 Oakland. Not a great start so far for OU, but they've been able to bring themselves back into this. Into the corner now, Robinson finds Garrett down low. Up and under, that's an easy open layup, and Oakland retakes the lead 30-29. Heading the other way now, NKU with it. O'Day tosses it over to Elliott. He'll be picked up top now by Thurman. Into the corner, Robinson quickly finds Dozier. Had some space, but closed down by Baru. Down low, one-on-one matchup, Wells. That shot's way off. Headed the other direction now is Oakland. Garrett with it in transition. Tosses it over to Thurman. And Thurman will reset back up top. Getting the ball out of Brody Robinson's hands has tended to give OU a lot of success. Getting him off of passing and shooting has been nice for them. That shot's up off the glass. Off target, but they're going to call a foul there on Dozier, so free throws on the way for Garrett.
Kill Robinson. That's the 4th team foul.
And Garrett will set up. He's got 8 points tonight, a great start, along with 5 rebounds in 13 minutes. That one's off target. Free throws have, also kind of tended to be a struggle for Oakland over the past few games. A team that typically shoots pretty well. That one's on target. Up top now, Elliott with it. Thurman, the defender. Elliott looks for space. Tosses it over to Robinson. Into the corner, Dozier. Good closeout by Garrett. Slows down that three-point attack. Robinson lets one go. A lot of confidence from him from straight on. I mean, that was fully contested. Great closeout by Thurman and offensive rebound. Oakland will take it down the other way with about 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Thurman once again receiving the play call from Campy as he looks to send Hogan for the next possession. Screen set by Garrett, giving it up is Thurman. He returns back to him, up off the glass with the left hand. That's going to be basket interference, and they're going to send the ball back down to NKU. Isaac Garrett got on it a little too early, and unfortunately it looked like it might have been rolling in.
It absolutely did, and then he came up, and I think that he absolutely knocked that right out of the basket.
I mean, lapse in judgment. You got to let that one fall.
Yeah, it's something that you can't do in a game that's as close as this, and as important as this game is to send them to Indianapolis next week.
31-29, the lead with 1:45. The Norse with the ball. Goretzka with it. Down low now is Wells. He's had a lot of success in that matchup. Draws the double team and finds Elliott open up top. Knocks it down. Oakland's defense is going to have to stay confident with Baru. Hogue and Baru have been matched up one-on-one with Wells down low. And yes, he's won a few of those matchups, but sending that double leaves that shooter open up top. And I feel NKU has been more of a threat from the three-point line today. They've got 5 threes. So it just needs to be, better decisions on the defensive end. Usually offensively is the problem. We see a lot of turnovers. Even like the thing like what you just had with the basket interference. It seems to happen a lot on offense, but defensively, Campy prides himself in having a very sound defense. OU will take it up top now. White with some space. That one's off target, off the heel. Rebounded by Goretzka. In transition now is NKU. Tosses it back to Wells. Thurman the defender, refeeding Goretzka. Elliott into the corner. Gets some space with that fake. Finds O'Day. O'Day back up top. Full swing. Goretzka's open. That one's off the heel. Good rebound there by NKU. Wells brings it home, and they're going to call a foul. I believe that one's going to be on the floor, so the ball will be out underneath the basket for the Norse. That'll be the 5th team foul with 48 seconds to go, so, good poised defense by both teams. 5 team fouls for Oakland and only 4 for NKU. This has been a very quick first half here. O'Day over to Goretzka. Shot clock at 15, 42 to go on the game clock. White now the defender. On O'Day, he gives it up. Goretzka refeeding O'Day, wide open, and White lost his matchup. Once again, back-to-back plays where we've allowed that open shot from up top. That one's on target, and just like that, NKU is up by 4. We're going to stay with you guys during this timeout.
We're going to take a look around the other Horizon League games going on today. We have Youngstown State and Robert Morris, with Robert Morris taking the lead 16-22 with 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Then you've got Cleveland State and Wright State facing off with Wright State in the lead 26-24, another 3 minutes left to go in that first half. And then you've got Milwaukee and Detroit Mercy facing off with Detroit Mercy in the lead 30-19, 3 minutes left to go in that first half.
Yeah, Oakland going to rely on one of these games to be an upset if they want to avoid that game on that 4th and 5th place game on Sunday at 3:30. They'll find themselves matched up with Green Bay if they end up there. And then if they don't, whatever team didn't get upset other than Wright State will end up playing them at 9:30 on Monday instead. But Oakland, if they end up on that Sunday game, it's going to be 3 straight games if they want to win the tournament. It's not easy to do.
Absolutely not. It's not something that you want to have, especially when you want to win the tournament to punch that ticket to March Madness.
Yes, for mid-major programs, the only way to get to March Madness is through winning the tournament. So Oakland going to want to do everything they can to give themselves the best possible position. They'll have the ball on their offensive end. About 3 seconds between shot clock and game clock. That one's going to come off the foot of Goretzka, I believe that was. It'll roll out of bounds. Oakland will retain possession out underneath the basket. That'll turn the shot clock off. 13.3 seconds to go here in the first half. Oakland down by 4 with the ball. A chance to cut this one to 1. White lets that one go. Off target. Good rebound there, and now pushing in transition is NKU. Wide open. That one's blocked off the glass. Great play by White, but the rebound is put back by Dozier. And what a swing in these last couple of seconds. It goes from Oakland with, no shot clock, 13 seconds to go, a chance to cut this to 1, to an NKU basket the other direction. That's going to put us at a score of 37-31. Not a good offensive start. Oakland, a team that averages about 84 points per game, has really been stuffed by this NKU defense, #1 in the Horizon League, only with 31 at half. We're going to take a quick break for halftime. You are listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube, and we'll be right back with you after the half. Hello everyone and welcome back from halftime. We are here at the OU Credit Union Arena for the number 4 Oakland Golden Grizzlies taking on the number 7 NKU Norse in the first round of the Horizon League tournament. The Horizon League tournament determines which team from the Horizon League goes to March Madness, so Oakland going to look to try to take advantage today and head to the next round down in Indianapolis. NKU up 37-31 coming out of the half. And one of the things that Oakland has definitely struggled with over these last few games has been scoring out of the locker room. Most of the time you see that other team going on a small, 7-0 run to start. That three is off target from the Norse. It's rebounded by Brody Robinson. Up top now, Robinson guarded by O'Day. Uses the Neville Larua screen. Cuts back out. Finds Hogue. Back to the basket in the paint. That shot rolls in, and Michael Hogue opening up the scoring for himself.
He'll take the score to 33-37, 19 minutes left to go.
That shot blocked on the way to the rim. Wells comes the other direction, and that one's also blocked right into the hands of Cale Robinson. That's his third block of the night. Down low, Hogue, he's confident after that last make. That shot's off target, and they're going to call a foul on the offensive rebound attempt. That's going to be number 3 on Hogue. And it'll be NKU ball now, up 4. Up top now, Elliott has it. He'll be picked up by Wells at half court, tosses it over into the corner to Dozier. O'Day now, guarded by Robinson. Dozier back into the corner. This is Elliott, guarded by Baru. He drives, passes it to the cutting L.J. Wells, who knocks that one down for 2 more. NKU now up 6, 18-27 to go here in the second half. Up top, Robinson tosses it over to Wells, guarded by Cale Robinson. Into the paint, Hogue. He tosses it over to Robinson in the corner. That three's on target. Brody Robinson knocking down another one.
Brody Robinson going into double digits now. He's going to take the score to 36-39, 18 minutes left to go.
Cale Robinson down low, one-on-one with Baru, and that's a really tough basket. Up and under for 2 more, and NKU responding immediately. And this is something that we've seen, it's been very prevalent during the second half of the season. Oakland's offense starts to get into rhythm, but they just cannot hold on defense, so it ends up with this back and forth play. That shot is off target. Offensive rebound by Hogue. He'll reel it in for the Grizzlies. Hands it off to Brody Robinson. He drives baseline, has some space. That one's off glass and off target. Rebounded by Dozier. Heading the other direction now is NKU. O'Day drives to the rim. That one's off glass and on target for 2. Great play by Donovan O'Day in the NKU offense. Brody Robinson up top now. We'll toss it over to Zaire Wells. Brody, guarded by Elliott, uses the Garrett screen, finds the roll. Into the corner now. Wells lets one go. That one's off the front of the rim. Great offensive rebound by Hogue. And they're going to get a jump ball on that. So Hogue coming down with the rebound. And on the defensive end, down low, it's been all Cale Robinson in the NKU Norse. And the crowd not happy with that call. I'm not sure. It looked like it was a jump. I think they got it right. Out underneath their own basket, Oakland. This would be Brody Robinson. He'll go one-on-one with Dozier. Looks for some space. Swings it over to Wells. Guarded by Elliott. Just beyond the three-point line. Back to Robinson. He finds space. Step back. Lets one go. And again, that's not a dude you can let get confident.
Brody Robinson on fire from that three-point line. He is now 5 for 8 on his three-pointers. He's going to take the score 39-43, 16:30 left to go in this game.
That three's off target, rebounded by Oakland. Headed the other direction now with a chance to cut this to 1 possession. Brody Robinson one-on-one with Dozier. Down low now, Hogue with it. He'll go baseline. He's double teamed. That one's up and on target. What a play from Michael Hogue.
The Golden Grizzlies finally getting into that rhythm offensively, taking the score 41-43, 16 minutes left to go in the game.
Dozier swings it into the corner to Elliott. He'll be picked up by Wells. Back up to the Grizzly logo, Dozier. All the way into the corner. Cale Robinson nearly loses it. And that one's going to come off the hands of Brody Robinson. It'll remain with NKU out in front of their own bench. And that's going to take us to our first timeout. 15:57 to go here in the second half. Oakland bringing themselves back into it, a little bit more life now in this second half. 43-41 is the lead. You are listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube, and we'll be back with you shortly. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We are live here from the OU Credit Union Arena for our Horizon League Round 1 game. Oakland taking on NKU, and that one's going to be a turnover on the Norse. Oakland will retain possession. And a little bit of discussion. We're going to have a couple of substitutions as Donovan returns for NKU. Wells nearly travels on their own side of the court. Robinson breaks the plane just before the 8-second mark, and he's double teamed up top. That's great defense there by NKU, and that one thrown down by Dozier. Beautiful full court defense, and NKU stretches that lead back out to 4. Nivalarua with it up top, tosses it over to Robinson. Oakland trying to get a little bit closer, 15 minutes to go. Up top, Robinson, he goes one-on-one with O'Day. Uses Garrett, into the corner now, White. Refeeds Garrett, he finds some space, lets one go. That one's on target, Isaac Garrett.
Isaac Garrett closing it up to a 1-point game, 44-45, 15-54 left to go in this game.
On the drive now, Wells. And Oakland's defense genuinely needs to lock in if they're going to come back in this game, because a great play on the offensive end, and it's supported by little to no defense on the other end. Basically walking to the basket, LJ Wells, he knocks down 2 more. He's got 12. Extends the lead back out to 3. Garrett up top finds Robinson. Robinson one-on-one with Goretzger, and he's going to be fouled on the drive. And this is typically that point in the game, and I know I say this every single broadcast, but this is typically that point, you get to that, third quarter-ish, we'll call it, that 10 minutes left in the game, where Brody Robinson tends to kind of slow everything down. And you're about halfway through that second half. The offense is doing okay. So he likes to try to draw some fouls, get some personal fouls on NKU. It's only going to be the first to try to get to that line as early as they can here in this second half. Robinson finds Garrett open, and that's a tough shot. Good defense there by the Norse. And in transition now, Elliott. And that one's going to be taken away. Can't really credit much defense there. The ball just kind of lost. Oh, well, we gift it right back, and now in transition, O'Day throws down the easy layup right in front of the Oakland student section.
I mean, you really don't need defense to win a game anyway, so it's fine.
We'll just keep giving it right back to him, obviously.
Yeah.
And a crossover there, that's off the foot of Baru, and that's going to be another turnover. And Oakland just kind of falling apart right now on the offensive end. That was the one thing they had going for them to open this half. But defensively now, they're really going to have to settle in if they want to slow down NKU, who's starting to kind of get off to a good pace.
Absolutely. I think that, you know, coming into this game, one of the things I said was that they have to make sure that they're slowing it down offensively. And it seems like they're kind of fumbling defensively, and then they turn around on the offense, and they're just continuing to fumble. So they have to find that steady level here to take that lead back before in these last 13 minutes.
Down low, LJ Wells, he's going to be fouled. And that's a good play, a good defensive stand there by Oakland. But at the end of the shot clock, soft foul called on Neville Arua. NKU will retake this out underneath their own basket. And this is going to cause a quick substitution. Hogue will come back in, taking out Baru. Baru's got 2 personals. Hogue checking back in with 3. So looking to stay out of foul trouble here with 13:29 to go. Ooh, that pass just on target. If, you know, the target was the assistant coach. That one out of bounds. NKU with the turnover. Oakland catching a nice break that I'd say they definitely need. Heading the other way now, Robinson. He's got it. Nearly loses his dribble. And up top, this is Thurman. Tosses it over to White. Guarded closely by Elliott. Refeeds Thurman up top. He'll be picked up by Dozier. Finds Garrett. Garrett down low to Hogue. In the post. Finds an open Brett White. Passes up the 3. Hands it off to Robinson. There's 10 seconds on the shot clock. White gets this one up. That one's off the front of the rim. That one's going to come off the hands. A foul called on Garrett. I don't know about that one. I mean, that was a good play by Isaac Garrett trying to follow that missed shot. But they're going to give him a foul, and the ball will stay with NKU. Tolliver checking in for the Norse. They're going to give Wells a bit of a break. Elliott now gives that one up to Robinson in the corner. Cutting baseline is Dozier. And just like that, Isaac Garrett picks up another one. That's going to be his second. The ball will stay out underneath the basket for the Norse. Elliott finds Robinson open in the corner. That one's off target. Good rebound by Brody Robinson. Oakland heads the other direction. O'Day, the defender. Thurman with it now. Picked up by Dozier at the Grizzly logo. Garrett sets the high screen. Thurman uses it. Looks to find Garrett on the roll. Keeps it himself. Gives it up back up top. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Something needs to go up here for Oakland. It's going to be Robinson lets one go. That one's off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Tolliver. NKU heading the other direction. Elliott pushing the offense for the Norse. Tolliver finds himself open, passes it up, gives it to Elliott all the way into the corner. Dozier, he's hit that one before, but it's off target. Good rebound by Michael Hogue as he brings it down for Oakland. Garrett now into the corner. White with some space. Looked like a jersey grab, getting away with it. Hogue down low. That one's just up and off target. Rolls out, and in transition, O'Day. He cuts to the rim. Beautiful layup, and Donovan O'Day is playing fantastic basketball tonight. Up top now, Thurman with it. O'Day, the defender. Garrett looks to set the screen for Robinson now. Brody cuts through the lane, up and under. That one's off target. Good rebound by the Norse. Kale Robinson bringing it home, and Elliott looking to push the floor. The 4-on-3. They've got one up here. That one's off the heel. Rebounded by Thurman now, headed the other direction. Coy Thurman, 1-on-3. Gives it up to Robinson in transition. Finds Garrett, who lets one go. That one's also off the heel. Neither team hitting anything right now.
I mean, the Golden Grizzlies haven't seen a point for the past four minutes. So, I mean, they need to get something up to get back in that groove to take the lead here.
Robinson tosses it over to O'Day. Thurman, the defender. Back to Kale Robinson. Refeeding O'Day up top at the Grizzly logo, picked up by White. He looks to drive through, draws the double, finds Tolliver open, who cuts to the rim, up with the right hand. That one rolls out. Good defense by Isaac Garrett to keep this play alive for Oakland. Headed the other direction is Robinson now. Garrett looks exhausted on the way down. And we're going to get a timeout, much needed for both teams, I think. I mean, that was an exhausting last couple of minutes. And this is going to take us to a break. 10:27, we're about halfway through the second half. The number 7 NKU Norse leading the number 4 Oakland Golden Grizzlies 51-44 in round 1 of the Horizon League tournament here on the Blacktop. You are listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube, and we'll be back with you right after this break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. Ball in the hands of the Golden Grizzlies, down by 7 to the NKU Norse. The turnaround jump shot for Baru is on target, and Baru's got 8. Up top now is Elliott, guarded by Robinson. Gives it up to Goresger. That shot's off target, rebounded by Oakland, and pushing in transition. 5-on-3, Hogue cuts to the rim. He goes up, and that one's off target, grabs his own miss, pushes up for another one, and beautiful play there by Mike Hogue for 2 more for the Golden Grizzlies. That is exactly what the Golden Grizzlies need to get into that groove and get ahead in these last 9 minutes. They're now sitting at 48-51, 9:35 left to go in the game. Goresger all the way out to Elliott, lets one go. That one's off the front of the rim, but an offensive rebound by NKU keeps the possession alive. Goresger will reset back up top. Down low into the double team, Wells. And I'm not sure what that was, but we'll end up with 2 points. Good passing there. Good touch pass by Elliott. And another 2 for NKU. Robinson with it now. Guarded by O'Day. Finds Wells. Picked up by Elliott. Wells cuts through the lane. Nearly loses it, but gives it up to a driving Michael Hogue on the backdoor cut. 2 more for Hogue. And just like that, Oakland is back within 3. Hogue takes that one away. Great read there by the Oakland defense. Nearly lose it. But now Oakland with a chance to bring this to possibly a tie. Brody Robinson picked up by O'Day. Looks to find some space, finds a cutting Wells through the lane. That shot's way off target. Good rebound by LJ Wells for NKU. Elliott with it now. He'll be picked up at full court by Baru. One-on-one, he's got some space. Finds Grezger, who's wide open. That three's on target. I mean, that was such a broken defensive play, unfortunately. And NKU re-extends that lead to 6. Baru feeds Robinson, lets one go. That one's on target. Brody Robinson answering for Oakland's offense.
Brody Robinson, I mean, once again, from that three-point line, he's going to take it to 53-56. 7:48 left to go in this game as the Golden Grizzlies look to start getting those shots up to take the lead and punch their ticket to Indianapolis.
And this will take us to the 8-minute mark. It'll be a media timeout. NKU up. You're listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We'll be right back with you guys after this break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. NKU will retake possession up by 3 over Oakland with 7:36 to go here on the blacktop in the second half. Down low, Tolliver one-on-one. He has some space, gives it up to a driving LJ Wells, who knocks down 2. And just like that, it's back to a 2-possession game. Up top, Robinson with it. He'll be picked up by Goretzka. Tosses it over to the elbow. Nevalarua with it. One-on-one with Kale Robinson. And that one's going to be a foul called there on Tolliver. Reaches on the way through Baru. And that's going to be only the second team foul. And that's going to take us to another timeout. We're going to stay with you guys during this break. Maryanne, how about you give us some scores from around the Horizon League? This is not the only game that's going on right now.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we've got Youngstown and Robert Morris. Youngstown trailing 35-38, 11 minutes left to go. Then we've got Cleveland State and Wright State. Wright State taking the lead 57-39, 14 minutes left to go. And then you've got Milwaukee and Detroit Mercy with 12 minutes left to go in the game, 35-56 with Detroit Mercy taking the lead. And then you come on over to Oakland's women's team, trailing by 1 against Cleveland State, 39-40 with 4:55 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be crazy upset for the women. They're the 8 seed taking on the 3 seed. It'd be a big script change from what we're expecting here. I mean, Oakland is the higher seed. They're the 4. NKU's the 7. And this is a matchup that they should take advantage of, but unfortunately they haven't yet today. And if you're an OU fan and you're eyeballing the tournament, there's 2 games you're looking at. One, it's obviously this one, because Oakland needs to win if they want to advance. But that second game is going to be that Youngstown State Robert Morris game, because with an upset in one of those other 3 matchups that are going on today, it would take Oakland out of that game on Wednesday, which would mean 1 less game that has to be played in a row to take them to winning the tournament. It would push that first game to 7 o'clock on Monday instead of that 3:30 Sunday start. With a win today by both OU and Robert Morris, that would mean Oakland takes on Green Bay in that 3:30 matchup on Sunday. And if they want to win the tournament and punch their way to March Madness, they're going to have to win 3 games in 3 straight days. And sitting during this timeout, score 58-53 if you're just joining, 7:09 to go here in the second half. NKU with the lead, the 7 seed, despite having one of the best defenses, if not the best defense, in the Horizon League. And it's really showed today. Oakland has been struggling offensively, especially late in the first half and these last few minutes stretch in the second half. And it'll be Isaac Garrett free throws, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it'll be ball out of bounds underneath the basket for Oakland now out of this possession. Brody Robinson will take it out underneath the defender, Tolliver. Tosses it all the way over top to Garrett. Garrett swings it over to White. Brody now one-on-one. This is a mismatch that he likes to take advantage of. Gonna give it up in the corner to Garrett. Garrett's one-on-one with LJ Wells. All the way into the corner now. Opposite side, White turnaround jump shot. That one's off the heel. Rebounded by LJ Wells, and that's gonna be another foul on Isaac Garrett. That's gonna be his 3rd. It'll be the 6th team foul for Oakland.
Isaac Garrett, a player that just seems to be a little bit careless on the defense. I mean, he is always pulling those fouls, and then he's getting into foul trouble pretty early on in the game when he's a necessity for rebounds.
He has the tendency, too, to get these fouls very quickly, like one after another as well. It happened in that Green Bay game, and it really set up Oakland for a tough final couple of minutes. Cale Robinson left wide open, and he always knocks down that shot. Another 3. Cale brings his total up to 10.
Again, I mean, you don't really need defense to win a game. It's going to take the score to 53-61, 6:22 left to go in this game.
There's been too many defensive breakdowns. Players just left wide open by that Oakland zone. Garrett will attack. That one's on target, and one. Isaac Garrett, hopefully a chance to turn this crowd around and turn the tide with 6 minutes to go.
Isaac Garrett, the only player to take free throws in this game for the Golden Grizzlies, and he split his last one. So hopefully he can get this one up to help the Golden Grizzlies out here.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one of the, I guess, the most eye-popping stats this game. There's only been 4 total free throws taken. So the foul calls have been very light, and both teams have been very disciplined on the shooting, defensively against shooting. It's been great for both teams, keeping guys off the line. That one's off target again. Headed the other direction now is the Norse. NKU up top. Elliott with it. He'll be picked up by Baru. Swings it over to Cale Robinson, refeeding Elliott. He'll draw a double. Gives it up to the open Goresger. Coy Thurman checks him on the way through. Up to the rim. And that one's going to be a foul on the way to the basket. LJ Wells with free throws coming. I'm not sure who they tagged this on. I think it went on Garrett. And that's going to be his 4th, if that's who they're going to call this on. And just like that, I mean, he had 1 coming into this half. I mean, he had 2 a couple of minutes ago.
I mean, this is just, again, you cannot be careless in a game that is so important. And, I mean, it's really unfortunate. I absolutely think that the Golden Grizzlies can still pull a win. I mean, they're absolutely still within reach, 55-62, and they've got 6 minutes left to get there. But, you know, I think they really need to get to that line. I mean, Brody Robinson is a player who was at one point #1 in the nation for free throws, and he hasn't been at that line yet this game, and I think it's absolutely something that's needed for them to get that boost.
Yeah, I mean, if you know, we haven't covered all these games, I would say don't be so grim, but this has been a situation that we've seen OU in quite a bit, especially in this latter half of the season, down by just beyond that, you know, 2 possession mark, and just not being able to bring the game back in. That pass is off the hands of Brody Robinson, and an unforced turnover by the NKU defense. And the Norse will retake possession again with a chance to maybe extend this one to double digits. Garrett will hit the bench with his 4 fouls. They'll return Michael Hogue, who's also got 3. And OU's going to have to really settle in on defense in these next 5 minutes if they're going to want to pull back into this game. Goresger with it. Tosses it over to O'Day. Back to Goresger, guarded by Thurman. Into the corner now, Dozier. Back up top, refeeding O'Day. O'Day draws the double. Backing off is Brody Robinson. He swings it over to LJ Wells. Goresger is open. That's great ball movement by NKU. And the 3 takes them up to an 11-point game. And NKU looking to push for the upset today. We're just under 5 minutes. Ball now in the hands of Thurman. They're going to call that one on the floor. And that'll be the 4th team foul for NKU. Brody will take this one out underneath.
Norse foul, #0, Dan Goresger.
That foul is going to go on Goresger.
It's the 4th team foul.
Out underneath. Coy Thurman tosses it over top. White hands it off to Robinson. Brody going one-on-one with Goresger. Gives it up to Thurman. Thurman now matched up with Wells. Tosses it over to White, and that one's taken away. In transition now, Goresger has it. He knocks down the layup and extends the lead to 13. And this offense for Oakland has just fallen apart.
I mean, this is absolutely a time where I think the team, we've seen it a lot in this season when the opponent just really starts to get in their rhythm, and then the Golden Grizzlies just, I mean, they fall apart one by one, and they get in their heads. They lose that ball so quickly, and it's just something that you can't let happen, and it's really unfortunate that we're seeing it happen here today.
Yeah, I mean, OU, they have so many people on this team that tend to, you know, really thrive off of their confidence, you know, knocking down a few shots, seeing things go in. But when it's bad, it can be bad. That ball nearly taken away, and a foul called on Dozier. That's going to extend it all the way up to 16 fouls now in NKU. So a great job by Oakland in the last about 45 seconds to draw a couple of fouls and maybe bring themselves back into this game. Garrett will check back in for Zaire Wells, who takes a bit of a break. And it'll be Brody Robinson now out underneath Wells, the defender. Tosses it over top to Garrett. Robinson takes it back, lets one go. That one's off target. It'll be a rebound heading the other direction. O'Day with it. NKU now in transition. LJ Wells tosses it over to Goresger. Picked up by Baru. And wide open in the corner is Dozier. And they're going to give that shot up. Try to draw some more time off of this shot clock. O'Day, Dozier, full swing, Wells, back to O'Day. About 5 seconds. O'Day's going to have to get this one up. That one's off target, but it's an offensive rebound and it's taken away. Good play there by the Oakland defense. In transition, Robinson with the layup, and Brody Robinson, when he takes off, he takes off. You know, it was said in one of these post-game interviews that he said he doesn't believe that there's anyone that can keep up with him while they go backwards and he goes forward, and he really shows his speed there. This is going to take us to a timeout. 3:22 to go. 68-57, the 11-point lead for the Norse. We're going to take a quick break here. You're listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube, and we'll be right back with you.
Ben.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We are live here from the OU Credit Union Arena for a first-round Horizon League matchup. And Oakland is down by 11 to the NKU Norse, the underdog here on the blacktop. And that was deflected. The ball will stay with NKU now. And Oakland in a full press. This is the first time I think I've really seen this all season. I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures for sure. And NKU kind of struggling to break this. They're going to get through. Wells now up top. Finds Elliott. Tosses it back over to LJ Wells. O'Day cutting, and he's tripped up. That's going to be free throws. That one's going to go on Warren Marshall. Oh, questionable at best, actually. It's going to go on Thurman. Free throws on the way for the Norse.
I mean, it's not looking good here for the Golden Grizzlies, and this was a really hopeful game. I mean, for everybody involved. I mean, 57-68, and they've got 3 minutes to come back. I mean, it would be phenomenal if they could do that.
Unfortunately, and I wouldn't even say that the offense is the struggle. It's the fact that they just have not been able to hold NKU while playing defense. Most of these baskets they've hit, especially down the stretch, have been answered on the other end by NKU's offense. You know, an offense that's not really considered very good in the Horizon League. But they've really taken advantage. They've put up 70 today. Thurman up top, over to Robinson. Finds Nevalarua on the cut. Back over to Thurman. Goresger, the defender. They're going to call that one on the floor. Free throws on the way for Oakland. It's going to be free throws for, I believe, Brody Robinson. maybe Brett White. Cale Robinson returns to the floor for Northern Kentucky.
Brett White on the line for Oakland, shooting 1 and 1.
1 and 1 from the line. White's on target.
First one's good.
That's going to be only the second made free throw tonight for the Grizzlies.
One more for Brett White. And it's good.
That one's also on target.
I mean, hopefully that those 2 free throws right there is the confidence boost that the Golden Grizzlies need here in these final 3 minutes to get back.
NKU, high press set right away by Oakland. They nearly have him, but good play by Goretzka to find some space, get past that half-court line. Elliott up top, NKU resets. And we're going to have an intentional foul here with 2:37 to go. So I guess that's what we're going to do early. At 1 and 1 at the moment, they've got 9 team fouls. So a missed free throw here would at least allow Oakland to take it the other direction. You know, down by 11 though, it's going to be really tough with only 2.5 minutes to go to bring this one back in.
It's okay. I mean, the game wasn't that important, so it's fine.
I mean,
it's not like their season's done
and
after
an
this.
offensive rebound and 1 basket. And that's going to be the 5th personal foul on Garrett. I mean, I can't lie. That was probably the worst case scenario play right there. Misses the free throw off the intentional free throw, grabs their own miss, and then on the way to the rim, he's fouled, makes the basket. Garrett gets his 5th personal. He's out. Hogue will return to the floor.
I mean, it's genuinely such a huge letdown for Golden Grizzlies fans. I mean, coming into the season, everybody was so hopeful, and we did so phenomenal in the beginning of our Horizon League season. We went up against some really great teams, and then now coming down to this, it's really disappointing.
I mean, set themselves up, played a fantastic first half. They look like the threat. Like Oakland was considered the top team in the Horizon League. And then those couple losses to Wright State were really the only things that were standing in their way. But unfortunately, you know, a couple things happened throughout the season that really set them back. A huge block from L.J. Wells on the drive attempt by Thurman. You know, you had, obviously, Nassim going down was huge. I mean, he was one of the few returners along with Baru this season. He was supposed to make a real difference offensively, running the point. You had a guy like Brody Robinson who could come off ball and knock down threes. Him going down was huge. It kind of shifted how this team's offense was going to run. And then down the line, Garrett, who had been playing fantastic up to this point in the season, went down with an ankle injury and was out for about 3 weeks and then was just never able to shake the rust off. And for a team that was, for a while, the 2 seed, and then with that loss to Green Bay here at home a couple of weeks ago, that dropped them all the way down to the 4, and that's where they've sat since.
I mean, completely unexpected. And if you would have told me at the beginning of the season this is how it would have gone, I would have told you were full of it.
First free throw on target. There's, I mean, 2 minutes left is still time, but Oakland's, I mean, they're really going to have to settle in here. They got to have some of the best defense that they played all season. Their team's 9th in defensive rating in the Horizon League of 11, despite putting up, you know, the number 2 offense. Along with that, you know, they're number 3 and 4 in steals, in blocks, more the miscellaneous defensive categories. So just for them to have such a struggle down the stretch defensively has been not something that'd be expected. That's going to be a timeout call by NKU. We're going to take a quick break here. You're listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We'll be back with you shortly. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. Coming out of the timeout, quick foul on OU will send Dozier to the line. 12-point lead right now for NKU over the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. And it looked like Oakland was bringing themselves back in, but unfortunately, it's kind of split back up. And that first free throw is good. That one's also on target. Dozier knocks them both down. He'll have 10 points now tonight. Robinson now needs that three to go, and on target, and one. I mean, if there was anything that needed to happen, this would be it. I mean, if this team managed to swing this 13-point game in 2 minutes with the defense that they've been playing,
legendary.
I'd be
legendary.
I mean, that's the best case for Oakland. Knocking down the three there and one attempt. Brody Robinson once again at the line. I mean, he's really put the team on his back, not only this season, but especially in this game. He's got 24 tonight, and a quick foul will be called. I mean, I feel like at this point you kind of have to and just hope they miss.
Yeah.
You're down by too much to allow them to run a full play. They're going to be able to drag down at least 30 seconds, and you're looking, 3 to 4 possessions worth at best for Oakland to bring themselves back into this with these free throws being missed.
And I mean, on that last play, Brody Robinson, he's the guy that you want to be on that free throw line.
That one's off target. L.J. Wells misses that free throw. White coming back in for a little more three-point shooting for the Grizzlies. Second free throw on the way for Wells. That one's off target as well. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. OU with a chance heading the other direction. That's a foul. Robinson's going to the line for two.
I mean, again, Brody Robinson is the guy that you want at that line. And I'll say it again, once upon a time, he was #1 in the nation for free throws made and free throws attempted. He's still up there, way up on that list. And I mean, he's a phenomenal player here for the Golden Grizzlies coming out of JUCO. And I mean, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, I guess not necessarily what you would have expected out of, this type of transfer. He's had such a big impact. I mean, like you said, comes from JUCO, is on the Horizon League first team, splits the free throw, so it's a 9-point game now with 1:45 to go. I'd expect maybe another quick foul by OU. Yep, and they're going to send, this will be Robinson to the line.
Number 6, Michael
Hogue will get the foul.
Robinson yet to be at the line for NKU here tonight, so hoping for another 2 missed shots for NKU.
That first free throw is on target.
Looking around the other games in the Horizon League, we've got Youngstown and Robert Morris. Robert Morris taking the lead 68-52. Cleveland State, Wright State at 73-48. And then we've got Milwaukee and Detroit Mercy 75-50.
Yeah, what a stretch there by Robert Morris. I mean, that game was nearly tied at halftime, and now they're up by 16. Robinson lets one go for OU. That one's off target. Good offensive rebound by Wells. Into the corner, White lets one go. That one's on target. And down by 8 now with 1:26, trending in the right direction. And that'll be a timeout.
I mean, this would be an absolutely epic pull for the Golden Grizzlies to come back like this. And I mean, they've got 1 minute and 26 seconds to do it. And I think that they've absolutely found their rhythm. And I think that it's something that could be done, but it's a matter of if they're capable of doing it. And I think that they've really gotten into their heads here in this game. But, I mean, you're kind of seeing them starting to come out of that. So, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, is it not also fair to say, I mean, time, it's still, I mean, it's too late. Like, you needed to kind of pull this up on that 3-minute mark. You're down to 1:30. Despite the fact you're getting in this rhythm now, it doesn't necessarily matter if you can't get back in this game because you simply don't have enough time to do so. So, I mean, in this timeout, I'd have to expect we're going to get another quick foul. There's not much you could do if you're Oakland. And, I mean, if we're talking about Oakland, we might as well, you know, talk about the women's team, who is currently tied with Cleveland State in Cleveland State with a chance to punch their own ticket down to Indianapolis.
With 4 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the game, mind you, I mean, if the women were able to do that, that would be absolutely phenomenal for them. A team that has really struggled in the regular season. And then, I mean, they've got a player like Mackenzie Lurig, who I watched put 30 points up in a game a couple weeks ago. And I mean, she's such a phenomenal player, and she would be such a horrible loss for the team to get scooped up by another NIL deal.
Yeah, I mean, that's a game that me and you covered. I mean, it was unbelievable watching her play out there. And they're going to get a 5-second violation. Oakland's defense forces the turnover. Oh, wait a minute. This game's not over.
Are we locked in or what? I mean, this is
so bad.
I mean, those T-shirts are so right. Lock it in. I mean, it would have been great to see a Maryanne a little bit earlier on in the game, but I mean, this really makes for a great, on the edge of your seat kind of game for Golden Grizzly fans.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of those, I'll be honest. The Green Bay game was one of those. The Detroit Mercy game was one of those. So maybe one of these head Oakland's direction. I'm not sure. But, I mean, you're down by 8 with 1:26 to go. That's plenty of time. A couple of, I mean, this perfect scenarios for Oakland. Thurman, he'll play it inbounds. White with some space lets one go. That one's off target. And it's rebounded by Wells. Somehow ends up with it. Brody Robinson lets one go. That one just off target, and a good rebound there. Tough rebound. And that might have been, I mean, that play was crucial that they knocked down. They had 2 attempts at that.
Very, very unfortunate misses. I mean, it would have been amazing to see that happen. And now, you know, you're coming over to NKU for some free shots. It's not looking hopeful anymore. I don't know.
I mean, they've been decent from the line today, 10 for 14. Hasn't been a whole lot of attempts other than in these last couple of minutes. And they've, you know, knocked down most of them. That one's on target from Wells. He's had a great game. That's going to be 17 points along with 11 rebounds for him. He's got the double-double, 4 assists as well. A great game, 2 blocks, 2 steals. I mean, between him and O'Day, I mean, men of the match right there. Fantastic game. And on the second shot, which is a miss, it's going to come off the Grizzlies, and it's going to be NKU ball. And the Oakland women have taken a 2-point lead with 3:11 to go. This is not over yet for them. First free throw is on target from Goretzker.
They'll take it to a 10-point lead. And, I mean, coming out of this, the Grizzlies have 1 minute to at least just close it up.
Those are on target. 80-69, 11 points now is the lead with 1:10 to go. Robinson, he lets one go. And what, I mean, another 3. Listen, at the end of the day, if Oakland doesn't win this game, you cannot put any of that blame on Brody Robinson. I mean, what a last game. And he takes that one, steals it, and that's going to be a foul called on Thurman. Robinson nearly took it away off the inbounds. Yeah, Robinson's got 28 points tonight. 8 for 16 from 3. I mean, that's nearing the most threes that an Oakland player has seen in a game. I believe the record sits at 10. It was, I'm pretty confident it was Jack Golke. I was here a couple of years ago when he was playing, and he had 30 points off of threes alone. That was it. I mean, he's a couple threes off of that point. That first free throw's off target.
You know, Brody Robinson, a player that averages 17 points a game. I mean, he's way ahead of anybody else on the team. So, I mean, any loss ever for the Golden Grizzlies, you can never put that blame on Brody.
Robinson now. He'll attack. Looks to put it on the floor. That one's going to come off the waist of Goretzker. So retaining possession out underneath the basket is OU with 47.5 seconds to go, down by 9.
The Golden Grizzlies have to set something up here. I mean, make this blow hurt a little bit less.
They're going to challenge this one, and to be honest with you, I don't think they're going to win it. I mean, it looked like it definitely came off of Goretzker. And we're going to take a quick break during this challenge. You're listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube, and we'll be right back with you. And coming out of the break, an alley-oop dunk by Baru. Great pass off the inbounds from Coy Thurman. Still down, OU down by 7. The quarterback pass, oh my God, is that Jared Goff? You can tell it was because it was off target. And it's taken away by Oakland. Playoff Jared Goff there in transition. And they're gonna call a jump ball. Questionable at best, to be honest. That one's gonna stay with NKU. And the fans here are not happy at that one. Out of bounds, Dozier will take it. Up top now. Goretzker, he's gonna draw the foul from Thurman. 39 seconds. This genuinely might be the longest minute of game time probably in existence ever. I feel like we've been sitting here for like 10 minutes for this 1 minute.
Absolutely. I mean, I was ready to pack up and go 5 minutes ago, and I mean, somehow we're still sitting here broadcasting this disappointment game. I mean, I don't know. I'd really like some Chick-fil-A right about now.
Free throws on the way. Listen, I can't disagree with that at all. That's totally fair. First free throws on target. Goretzker gonna look to convert both. That one's off target. Rebounded by Baru. 36 seconds now, down by 8. Brody cuts to the rim. He knocks down 2 more. He's got 30, along with 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. And they're gonna get the foul directly off the inbounds. 6-point ball game. I mean, a couple of misses here. Don't want to be the one to say it, but they could cut this to a 1-point game if they're able to get a couple of misses on free throws and then knock down a 3 on the other side. LJ Wells at the line. It's not his first trip. He's been a constant person that's been getting fouled in these last couple of minutes. He's 3 for 6 from the free throw line. Yeah, you know, Clutch Gene knocks that one down. Couple of substitutions. Zaire Wells hits the bench. And the second free throw on the way. And the OU women, to keep everyone updated, are currently up 71-70 with 58 seconds to go. That second free throw's off target. Robinson will get the rebound. He lets one go from half court. Oh my God, it's on target! Knocks it down!
Oh my God!
Wait a minute, we're not done. We got 25 seconds, down 4. Brody Robinson is not giving up. And that's a 5-second violation. Oh no, they're gonna give him the timeout.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, nearly had it. I believe that's NKU's last timeout. So another great play there by Oakland. We're gonna stay with you guys during this timeout. So Oakland down by 4, 25 seconds to go without the ball. So they're gonna have to force, hopefully, this 5-second and have a chance at a 3. The crowd getting a little bit excited. And the and I'm sorry,
God!
the Oakland women are gonna looks like they're gonna win.
Oh
Yeah,
my
down
God.
at Cleveland State. The
What a-
Oakland women take down the 3-seeded Cleveland State.
What an absolute W for the Oakland University women's basketball team. Again, they struggled so hard earlier on this season, and this win is absolutely, once again, thanks to Mackenzie Lurig. She put up 35 points. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. She played all 40 minutes as well, something that you don't see from a freshman, but when you've got a freshman like Mackenzie Lurig on the team, you put her in that game. And I mean, this is such a phenomenal win, especially for the seniors on that team. And I mean, it's really inspirational to see them go to Indianapolis for this tournament.
I mean, they've struggled over the past few years, and I like that you mentioned the seniors on that team. Like, I mean, you got Baxter's been there for a very long time, and to have the chance to now go down and compete, maybe for a Horizon League championship, this would, I mean, crazy upset. They're gonna head down there, and it's gonna be a foul called on Brett White. And free throws again, this will be Dozier. Free throw on the way. That one's off target again. And second free throw on the way. And the crowd is loud now with a chance to possibly turn this direction again. What a turn of events this would be if Oakland could turn this one around. Second free throw on the way. That one's off target. Oakland headed the other direction. 20 seconds to go. They're gonna have to get something up quick. Brody lets one go. That one's off target, rebounded by Baru. It's a foul on the floor. Free throws coming for Neville Arua.
I mean,
chance to cut this to 2.
Could they do it? I mean, I don't even know. I honestly don't know. It would be, I mean, wow.
I mean, both the women and the men going
That
down
would
to Indy
be
would be awesome.
Financially for athletics, that's a nightmare, but for the fans, that's incredible.
Chances at the Horizon League tournament and a chance to go to March Madness. That free throw is on target. Baru, third year here. He's the senior all the way from Australia with a chance to cut this one to 2. That one's on target. And a huge moment here I apologize. Sorry, I did not know your game forms will be available for me and Maryanne to sign after this game. If Oakland's able to come back, they're going to do the quick foul. This will go on Robinson. I think we owe them that at the very least if they come back. So, looking at the women's, you've got an opportunity. I believe they're going to be taking on Purdue Fort Wayne. I think is who they're going to end up playing. Yes, Purdue Fort Wayne will be who Oakland, they're going to be taking on them at 1 o'clock on Sunday. You know, tune into our Instagram because we may be down there. I'm not sure. We'll see. Turn any notifications on. That first free throw's on target. Robinson. The second one barely rolls in. I didn't think that was going in. And a quick substitution.
I mean, 11 seconds to get a three-point shot up to take us into overtime. I mean,
in transition now, Brody. He lets one go. That one's off target, and they're going to call a foul on Neville Arua, and that'll send NKU to the line again.
Something that you absolutely cannot let happen. I mean, we are coming down to the wire, gnawing at the bits to get something up and take us into overtime, and then making a mistake like that is just, it's pretty disappointing. I mean,
tough shot for Brody. He was fully contested. Great defense again by NKU. NKU is going to take themselves down to Indianapolis is what it's looking like. They'll be playing against Green Bay at 3:30 on Sunday. Wells, he'll miss the second one, but up by 4. Brody's going to have to let this one go. That one's on target. It's on target.
God.
Too excited, unfortunately.
We were so close to the three-point line.
That's going to be, they were down by 4, so the three-pointer only takes them to 84. Knocking that one down, that's going to cut it down, the game 85-84. And that'll be the end of the season for the OU men's basketball team. As always, we thank you guys for tuning in throughout the entire year, and stay tuned because we may still be down in Indy for the OU women's. You are listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube. I've been Gavin Smilowski, and on color, Maryanne Sanford. Again, stay tuned for updates. Check our Instagram, check our YouTube. We'll let you guys know as soon as we know, and have a good night.